Create is one of the tech giants in modern Minecraft in recent times. Over the years, dozens of add-on mods have been released to enhance this already sophisticated mod. So let's explore some of these add-on mods to freshen up Create. Elevating villages with the Create mod can be achieved thanks to Create Dynamic Village. Villages in this add-on will be populated with new structures, all centered around the Create mod. Inhabiting these structures lies a small setup from Create, and one of 4 Create-themed village professions. Each profession serves a useful vendor for sourcing equipment, contraptions, and parts from Create. Though they offer a means to exchange Create-themed items, the villagers often struggle with turning into these new roles. As a whole, the add-on works with incorporating Create-specific village structures to visit. Let's turn to diversifying furniture options with Create Interiors. This add-on mod provides a new suite of furnishings to use decoratively or functionally on contraptions. The primary furniture piece are the chairs, available as a normal or low chair variant. Craftable from all dye colours, the chairs are suitable for contraptions or to lounge around comfortably, accommodating for entities too. A chair's armrest can be adjusted with a wrench to suit the player's needs. Kelp is a cheaper material to use for also crafting chairs and kelp seats, which behave in the same manner. The mod also includes mounting tables to complement the chair furnishings, and cushions, a fun approach to bounce around joyfully. Create's original seat block has a great idea, and thankfully, Create Interiors takes this further for the tinkerers and the couch potatoes to get comfy. Create Peaceful allows players to fully experience the Create mod on peaceful difficulty. The mod achieves this through sourcing mob essences, which, when compressed, can provide loot from hostile creatures. All essence is derived from animal essence, a simple form acquired from slaying most passive mobs. From here, animal essence is compacted for monster essence, and finally, can be compacted again into boss essence. These 3 essences must be processed, either through heating or crushing means to yield experience nuggets, monster loot, or boss loot. Drop rates are low, so expect to spend a lot of time gathering essence. The add-on continues further by introducing craftable recipes to alleviate some of the grind. Most recipes involve using Create appliances, though some recipes are performed at the crafting table. In essence, Create Peaceful is the ideal add-on mod to consider for playing the Create mod in a peaceful setting. Players who enjoy the Create mod and exploration will welcome the inclusion of this next add-on mod, Create Easy Structures. This adds several Create-themed structures around the world, containing supplies and contraptions within. Each structure contains a different concept or mechanic from the Create mod, like mechanical arms, item and fluid logistics, and trains. Though not fully set up, these provide a good visual representation of Create's many components and how they work with each other. Structures are abundant in variety, however they tend to spawn too frequently, and in some cases, mess with the surrounding world gen. Still, the structures not only add new points of interest, but are both functional and aesthetically pleasing builds to encounter when exploring. Create's factory introduces several new sweet foods to the game. One of the primary new food items are waffles, a delectable sweet that can be enjoyed on its own or coated with various toppings. The toppings on offer include liquid honey, chocolate, or a new sweet berry jam, created through mixing sweet berries and sugar. Other foods like apples, bread, and sweet berries can also be coated with these sweet flavours. The mod can be used in tandem with Create Confectionery, letting the mod's caramel and chocolate types be used as new toppings, which works well for connecting Create add-on mods further. It's a smaller add-on mod, but nevertheless a tasty one for players wanting to treat themselves from their efforts with Create. Create Irradiated adds radioactive materials to Create to source and experiment with. Radioactive material is situated within the toxic wasteland biome, containing uranium, thorium, or plutonium. Due to their composition, these materials can only be retrieved safely with the aid of a hazmat suit, lest the player wants to douse the radiation poisoning. Each of these materials must be crushed or mixed to refine them into pure solid or liquid forms. Refined radioactive material can be shaped into equipment like medallions to bestow permanent buffs, or combined into a nuclear bomb to wreak destruction. Liquid forms of radiation, meanwhile, inflict radioactive poison onto entities, fulfilling as a new utility for mob farms or a form of defense. As a whole, Create Irradiated takes the Create mod in a new field of technology, but it does feel as if it could do more to encourage sourcing radioactive materials. Create involves working with many metals, and this next add-on, Create Ironworks, broadens the scope of metalworking in the mod, with new metals and recipes. The add-on sees the inclusion of 3 new metals, tin, bronze and steel. Each metal provides a range of applications, both in the Create mod and as substitutes in vanilla recipes. In many applications, tin can replace iron for crafting lanterns, buckets and cauldrons, while steel can be used instead for duplicating templates. These, alongside the other metals from Create, can be formed into new armor and tool sets, varying in strength and durability, so there's a set for nearly anyone. Equivalent to Diamond tier, steel tools and armor also offer a means to upgrade to Netherite. The add-on also adds 2 new tool types. Paxels fulfill an all-in-one tool for harvesting blocks, and hammers mine areas 3 times greater than pickaxes, but consume twice the durability. Both tool types are craftable from vanilla and Create materials, making them become accessible across all stages of the game. Overall, the add-on inserts its metal changes seamlessly into both vanillas and Create's metal materials, providing metals that are both versatile and unique in their capabilities. Mod add-ons are just one way to improve Create. Using Resourcepacks is another way to enhance the mod, directly and indirectly. Create UI is a resource pack that retextures the user interface to emulate Create's blue interface style. This affects the player's hotbar, the main menu, and settings buttons. Some minor differences, but add up to enhance the Create experience. Brass and Andesite GUI could also be considered for a different take on a Create themed interface. The resource pack replaces most of the game's GUIs with a brass alloy graphic style, where the texture is seen across the mod. The results push the game closer to Create's wooden and brassy aesthetic, which works well for those wanting to apply that visual look to their game. To those wanting to test Create's graphics further, can do so with Create Ultra. This applies handmade PBR textures across many of Create's blocks, including metallic, roughness, illumination, and normal maps. The detail on the maps takes the mod to the next level, and can easily improve the visual appeal in Create-themed builds. As a PBR resource pack, its effects are only visible when running shaders that support lab PBR. It may not be able to accommodate to every setup available, but if it is, it's worth running to accentuate Create's texture style. Create Stomified Goggles adjust the engineer's goggles to be consistent with the brass look in the mod. Wearing the goggles will also display a redesigned 3D render of the goggles, achieving better consistency with the item texture, not to mention adding character. The pack has future plans to alter the remaining Create tools, so if this pack is appealing for you, keep an eye on it. Another way to bring Create style into the game is with Create Reimagined. This retextures some of Vanilla's utility blocks to fit closer to Create's mod aesthetic. The texture work makes these vanilla blocks feel as if they came straight from the mod itself, a worthy addition no doubt to extend Create's visuals further. Copper is a key component to the Create mod, and vanilla coloured Create Copper aims to bring cohesion across the copper suite. It retextures all the vanilla copper blocks to mimic the design portrayed in Create, yet preserves the vanilla colour scheme, creating some extra consistency and potentially more appealing copper blocks. Create has lots of areas of process. Thankfully, there's this showcase here to help get yourself familiar with the mod, as well as an extra video which covers some of Create's smaller add-on mods.